What a finish in Gateway as Austin Cindric took advantage of his Team Penske teammate Ryan Blaney's unfortunate situation at the end of the Enjoy Illinois 300 on Sunday at World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Blaney was in charge late at the 1.25-mile Madison, Illinois track, located just 8.5 miles from St. Louis, and was leading the final 20 of the 23 laps. However, Blaney ran out of gas while coming to the white flag lap, which allowed Cindric to take the lead, as he was second at the time. That allowed Cindric to be in position to win. This win was his first since the 2022 Daytona 500 when he was a rookie, and it was his 8th start in the NASCAR Cup Series at that time. It was also his first career win. I did a video on that race, and I'll leave that in the description if you guys want to see me talk about that. Even though Cindric won in dramatic fashion, he did lead a career-high 53 laps and started second in the race. Blaney finished 24th after he ran out of gas. Here's Cindric talking about what is going through his mind about ending the winless streak and getting back to victory lane and more, courtesy of FS1. He also ended an 85-race winless streak in the process.
Yeah, honestly, I'm heartbroken for the 12 team. I don't know what happened to them at the end of the race, but they deserve to win this race. So Ryan's been a hell of a leader on this team, and so this weekend was a great weekend for everybody involved. But yeah, to have two cars in the fight, an eventual 1-2 there, and like I said, heartbroken for those guys. But this is huge for me. This is huge for this team. I'm so glad I was able to get a win with Brian as my crew chief in the Cup Series. You never know when it's going to happen again, and just drive my butt off. Hope for the best.
Cindric was also asked on what a win like this means to his team, him personally, and Team Penske, after the struggles his team has had this year, and more, also courtesy of FS1.
It's everything. It's absolutely everything. And the funniest thing about it is that this Freightliner 4 Mustang is probably one of the best looking cars on the racetrack. And I have had terrible races every single time with this car, and it's great to win with a great paint scheme. Great to win in front of an amazing crowd. This racetrack does an amazing job of putting on events, and just proud to be able to do it. Proud to bring it home for these guys. They deserve it.
Here's Blaney talking about if there was any thought that his team would be low on fuel, and more, also courtesy of FS1.
No, I didn't think so. Yeah, never thought in my mind we were short, but one of those things. Yeah, gosh, I'm proud of the 12 boys. Menards, Richmond, Ford was fast, and had my work cut out for me holding off Christopher, and that was a fun battle. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, just one lap short, which just stinks. But congrats to the two team. They did a good job all day. So props to them, Austin, props for Team Penske and Ford. Really happy with our showing today. Just, I don't know what I got to do to get some luck on our side. We've, wrecked the last 2 points races, and thought we had a great shot to win today, and ended up bad. So just appreciate the effort. Just got to keep sticking with it.
Christopher Bell was close to getting the lead from Blaney within the final 20 laps, but ended up having a mechanical problem, which caused his Toyota to lose some power. Bell was still able to finish 7th despite that. After Cindric, Danny Hamlin finished 2nd, followed by Brad Keselowski in 3rd. This was the 3rd straight top 3 for Keselowski, who is on a roll right now. Here's him talking about how his team is doing right now, and more, also on FS1.
It was hot in there, gosh, woo! It was good for our whole effort. We were in position early, and we had to issue our pit road. Guys kept their head down, just played through it and recovered, and had some good strategy, made some good passes there on that last restart there to start stage 3. And the long run we were really strong, so just making it all count where we can, Jamie.
Here's Keselowski talking about what kind of confidence as a team owner allows him to make calls on staying on the track and more, also courtesy of FS1.
Yeah, well, ultimately I got the steering wheel, so I could always make the call, Jamie. But I just felt confident. Our car wasn't falling off, and I wanted to just keep going and see it out and see if maybe we could catch a yellow. And if not, I just felt like more good things would happen to us.
The rest of the top 5 was Tyler Reddick finishing 4th and Joey Logano finishing 5th. Here's Logano talking about what he was battling in the first half of the race and more, courtesy of FS1.
We've kind of fought the whole race. It's loose off, especially in the long haul and in traffic. I couldn't get the gas pedal down. Too much forward horsepower, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't bolt it down today. Teammates were able to do that, which I think there's some lessons learned there for sure, and what we could have done better. But overall, hey, we come to these short tracks, we got to capitalize. top five's good, and a Penske car in victory lane's great. So that part's good. We got to keep executing on these type of days and scoring a lot of points here.
Even though Logano's teammate Cindric won the race, Logano also talked about what the win means for Team Penske, even though Logano won the All-Star race. That's despite their struggles for most of the year, and more, also courtesy of FS1.
Yeah, I mean, that momentum goes through the whole team for sure, and it's been hard. I mean, let's be honest, it's been miserable to be in our shop here lately. We expect to win. We got used to winning, and when you're fighting for 20th, it's quite the kick in the so it's tough, but I think overall everyone's kept their head down and digging hard, and we're making some gains. The short tracks are still our strength. We're still off on the mile and a half, no doubt, so we got to keep working on that. But when we come to these races, like I said, we need to capitalize on the strong ones, which this was one of them today.
The rest of the top 10 was Austin Dillon finishing 6th, Bell 7th, Carson Hocevar 8th, Justin Haley 9th, and Kyle Larson 10th. With his 8th-place finish, it was the best finish of Hocevar's Cup career. Here's Hocevar talking about his day and more, courtesy of FS1.
Yeah, it was big for us. We lost our lug nut there on the first stop, and our guys did a really good job catching the yellow. But, ran as high as 4th there, so it was a lot of fun. I thought we were a little better than 22 for a minute, so I thought we were going to be really good. Our lights were off, so we were just slow on our green flag stop and lost some time to hopefully run 5th or so. But first time ever, seeing the racetrack for the second time in a Spire car, and happy with our car and with the pieces in this group. And Ziegler Auto Group for the support. They had a tornado back in Michigan, so we're trying to fundraise some money to help at home. And but man, really good day, and I'm excited for it. And just funny, like I was talking to you pre-race, in this race, Ryan Sparks texted Jeff Dickerson to sign me in the middle of the race under green, and I didn't even know it till after the race. And super thankful that he sent that text and we can do this. And Luke and Tyler Green up above the box and helping us out. I wouldn't do this with any other group.
Larson made his return at Gateway after not being able to race in the Coca-Cola 600 due to him being in the Indianapolis 500 when that race got delayed because of rain in Indianapolis. Larson didn't make it in time for the 600, and when he did, the race ended early because of rain, and Larson didn't get to run a lap. Larson was given a waiver by NASCAR on Tuesday after the race in Gateway and is eligible for the playoffs. Justin Allgaier filled in for Larson in the 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Kyle Busch, who won the Gateway race last year, crashed out of the race on lap 140 after contact with a spinning Larson. The 8 Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet was on the right side of Larson's 5 car on the final lap of Stage 2 when Larson's car got loose entering Turn 1, and that sent Busch into the safer barrier. With Busch not being able to continue, it was his first DNF of the year. Josh Berry was the first car out of the race after he had a problem with the left front tire of his car heading into Turn 3. The Ford Stewart-Haas Racing Ford hit the wall hard on lap 112 in the aforementioned Turn 3, and as a result of that, his day was over early. Other notable finishers included Chase Elliott finishing 13th, Chris Buescher 14th, William Byron 15th, Bubba Wallace 21st, Daniel Suarez 23rd, Michael McDowell 25th, Alex Bowman 27th, and Martin Truex Jr. 34th, respectively. Congratulations to Austin Cindric on winning at World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Pretty awesome that he got to win, especially how dramatic the race was at the end, especially. Seeing how Blaney was slowing down, I thought at first maybe he was probably just slowing down just to manage the gap, but I kind of predicted that something would happen. I felt like something would happen to Blaney, especially. And how crazy was it that it happened like that Cindric ended up stealing the win, essentially. But he had a great run all day, especially how he started on the front row of the race and all that, especially. So this was definitely not a fluke win for him, especially, but it definitely was not on the bingo card start of the year, saying that Austin Cindric would get Team Penske their first win, especially how hard to believe it is that Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney still haven't won. Yeah, Logano won the All-Star race in North Wilkesboro, but again, that's not a points-paying race. And as a result, he still hasn't won in a long time. And obviously, I mentioned in the Darlington video when Brad Keselowski won that race, especially how it had been a while since Ford won and all that. It took them 13 races to win. And I said that video as well, and in the All-Star video, that they were not going to go that long without winning again. And now they've won 2 out of the last 3 points-pay races as well. They probably would have won the Coca-Cola 600 had the race went green, because Keselowski was running really well there, especially so. And I mentioned in my Darlington video that Blaney was the last driver to win for Ford before Keselowski ended up doing it there. And Blaney did that same thing for Team Penske as well, getting the last win for them before Cindric, doing it in that race at Martinsville as well, like I mentioned in that Darlington video as well. And he didn't win the race in Phoenix because Ross Chastain won that. But Blaney still won the championship, though. But definitely now 3 out of 4, if you include the All-Star race as well. So definitely good momentum for Ford right now, especially with those Doug Yates engines as well. So they're definitely doing good stuff there, especially. And yeah, definitely a long time coming for Cindric, how much he struggled last year, especially not being able to win or even make the playoffs with Team Penske, especially how like the struggles he had there, especially after he won the Daytona Fighter in 2022. So definitely a nice bounce back for him, especially. And definitely like how he said in the interview as well, like that nice Freightliner paint scheme. Definitely a nice paint scheme, especially. That reminds me of one of the old Brad Keselowski paint schemes as well. So definitely a cool paint scheme that he got to win there, and definitely well-deserved for Cindric, especially. He was just in the right place at the right time. And like I said, he led 53 laps, so definitely he wasn't just there like out of luck. Yeah, there was luck involved, but he put himself in position to be able to win. So definitely that was a much-needed win for him, especially giving him some confidence going into the rest of the year, into the playoffs especially. And he's got talent, especially since he won an Xfinity Series championship. So definitely he can drive. He just needs to be in a better position to win and all that, be more consistent, try to run better up front and all that. But definitely he has potential to do it. So definitely it was cool that he got to win, especially like that. And what a crazy finish it was, especially. I was shocked like when it happened like that. I thought like Blaney was going to cruise and all that, especially. And he was. It's just crazy. Like, you just never know with these races, you know. It's never over till it's over. You know, you have to keep racing until the checkered flag. You can't give up. So good out of Cindric that he got the win, but heartbroken for Blaney. But Blaney got close, and I think he'll be fine. He'll win the race at some point this year, and Logano too. But definitely still shocking that those guys haven't won. Same day with Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. Hard to believe those guys haven't won yet either. And by this time last year, I saw like the graphic on FS1. I think Mike Joy was mentioning how like all those guys won last year, and at this point, like none of them have, which is hard to believe, especially that all those guys are champions and all that. And for none of them to win this part at this point, yeah, it's crazy. But I think that will change at some point, but we'll see how that plays out. But definitely it was cool to be able to see the Cup Series race in Gateway, especially. I like that track, especially how like it's had a lot of like, races, especially at night. Definitely it got some used to seeing it in the daytime, especially with the Cup Series. I wish they would run more there, run a second race there, maybe a night one. That would be cool as well. It's a good track. Gateway, a long time they've been wanting a Cup race there, so it's cool that they've been there for now like 3 years, especially. Joey Logano winning the first one and Kyle Busch winning the second one last year. So yeah, this track has always been like known for being on the lower series, especially with the Nationwide Series, then now Xfinity Series. So I wish that series would host a race there too. But definitely this track has provided some exciting race, especially Carl Edwards being not far as well from Missouri, like having success there. So definitely I wish they would run in that series too. But definitely I like this track, and definitely it'll be cool for them to be able to see the track maintain on the schedule and all that, because I like that track. So definitely cool that it's got a Cup race and all that, and hopefully they'll continue to race there, especially. And like I said, race in Xfinity Series as well. But yeah, when the track originally hosted races, it was known as Gateway International Raceway. And they hosted races in Xfinity Series, then Busch Series, and later Nationwide Series, and the Chrysler Chuck Series from 1997 till 2010, being a mainstay on both of those series schedules for all those years until the track shut down in 2010. And it looked like the track wouldn't come back anymore. But it finally did host races again in NASCAR in 2014 in the Chrysler Chuck Series, back when it was known as Gateway Motorsports Park, before World Wide Technology later bought the rights to name the track. And then it finally hosted a Cup race in 2022 as well. But it would be nice, like I said earlier, for the Xfinity Series to be back there, just to have all three series there at the track at the same time also. But definitely it's a fun track, and I'm excited to see how like they continue to race there and all that. But congratulations again to Cindric on winning the race there at Gateway. So definitely pretty cool that he did that, especially with a track not far away from St. Louis as well. I saw like in the broadcast they were calling it St. Louis at times too, even though it wasn't exactly in St. Louis, even though technically it's in Illinois, but still pretty cool nonetheless that it's close by, and you sometimes even see the Gateway Arch as well. So definitely pretty cool there as well. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you are brand new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.